Hi everyone, this is Mark from Sheepdog Athlete, and I'm going to go over the second mental skills video, following up on what we did last week. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to go back, watch that one. That way you know the focus, effort, and attitude that we're going to go over leading into this right here. So a lot of times, once I talk about focus, effort, and attitude with an athlete or something, they'll ask, well, how do I control the outcome? And the answer is right here. Event plus response will equal the outcome. Now what do I mean? Alright, so if we have a tough event, say a quarterback throws an interception, alright, so the event, big event. In order to get the outcome we want, we need an equally big response. So your response has to go up too. What does that mean? The event you have no control over. It does no good to dwell on that, and that's where a lot of people get stuck. So the interception of the quarterback, after the play, when the defense goes out, he's thinking about that event. Now good athletes, they don't think about that event anymore. It's done and over with. What they move on to is their response. And that's, how do you control the response? Based on last week's video, your focus, your effort, and your attitude. So, focus on these three things and you get the outcome you want. Now, this doesn't just apply to sports. Say for instance, big event, you get laid off. Well, dwelling on getting laid off or fired won't do you any good. What you then need to do is move on to your response. How do you respond to that? Alright, focus on getting a new job. Put in the effort. Build your resume. Go to interviews. And your attitude, always got to have a positive attitude. Now, just like any skill, these are mental skills, just like any skill in a sport or in the boardroom, whatever, you have to practice. You got to practice your presentation. You got to practice your sports skills. So we need to practice these mental skills, all right? And that's in everyday stressful situations. So in sports, a coach might be giving you a drill and make it so you cannot beat the drill. You cannot win. No matter what, you're going to do it wrong. What does this do? This teaches you to focus on what you can control to get the best outcome you can. One other thing, you want your response to be the highest baseline possible. And a lot of this I kind of got from the book by Urban Meyer, Above the Line. The higher your standard is for a response, the less you have to rely on game time, focus, effort, and attitude. So if you've been practicing this in practice, just every play, focusing on what you can do, giving the best effort. He says 3 to 5 seconds, as hard as you can go, and having a good attitude. When it comes game day, you're going to have the response needed. Now, under the pressure, game time pressure, you're going to need to up it a little, but that'll come due to the pressure when you're focusing in the zone, and that's what you're focusing on. So keep that baseline standard, practice those skills, and remember, effort plus your response will give you the outcome you need. Subscribe, like, follow. We'll see you next week.